Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and today we're taking a look into the Akashic Records to see what message Source has for you. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have any of those placements, odds are there is a message in this reading for you. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and watch the video of your choosing. Also, keep in mind, Gemini, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. Just means that one message is meant for another Gemini or Gemini placement watching. So take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. With all that said, let's dive into your message. Tapping into the Gemini collective now. What do you have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? From the Akashic Records, what does Gemini need to know at this time? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your message, stuck in fear. You're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but what about all the things that could go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway. And bottom of the deck, we have step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain a perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. So, and then bottom of the deck here, we have caring connection. So some of you have a choice to make, a life choice to make, a different direction you want to go in, and you're stuck in fear. You're thinking about all of the negative, like what ifs, if you were to move in that particular direction. The Source is telling you here, take a step back. Look at your life 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now, very much like King, Queen of Wands energy. And what do you want to see for yourself? And do you want to tell your future self that you did not move forward in that particular direction because of fear? Okay, let's get into tarot now and see what we have for you. Tell me more about stuck in fear and stepping back here for the Gemini collective. Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about stuck in fear? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Gemini, we have Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we've got Death. We have Wheel of Fortune, and we have Eight of Pentacles. Well, that's all coming to an end now, isn't it? So I have two groups of you. I have a group of you where, yes, you are stuck in fear. Do you want to become free, independent, and autonomous of a thought pattern, a habit, a particular situation, environment, or connection in your life? You do. But there's also fear attached to that. There's fear of not making enough money, not having enough money, losing money. There's fear here that the new hello comes with saying goodbye to another individual. And for some of you, honestly, it's just a lack mentality. There's just this feeling here of, as much as I want to be successful, I never will be. Or as much as I want to find the love of my life, I never will. There's something here with this Five of Pentacles. So for some of you, it could be financial concerns. But for others of you, there's just a lack mentality here of like, you're not good enough, or you're not capable of attaining this success or whatever this dream or goal here is that you want. Now, I see you breaking the cycle and doing it anyway. This is almost like face your fear and do it anyway. So I think that's what you're doing. But let's get into tarot. First, I want to know why we have that Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here for the Gemini collective? Why is the Three of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. I feel like you're breaking your own heart before you even move forward. You're like already thinking of the worst. We have the Hierophant, we have the Eight of Swords, already thinking the worst, and we have the Empress. There's something here embedded in you, like in your conscious and your subconscious, that you can't take action on your own behalf, that you can't move in a particular direction, or maybe even that you're not good enough for it. Tell me about that Hierophant. What is that Hierophant here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hierophant is being clarified by Justice, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Whomever, whatever this is, we've got Six of Cups here. So for some of you, and I hate to be the tarot reader that says, oh, this goes back to childhood, but it's possible that at least for one of you watching, this is something ingrained in you, embedded in you since childhood that has really held you back and prevented you from all of these Ace of Wands opportunities in your life, whether that's in career and finance, love and romance, or any other dream, goal, wish, or desire that you've had. So at some point you had someone in your childhood embed that in you, either that you weren't worthy of it, or you would never be successful, or no one's ever going to love you, or yeah, that's a nice dream, kid, but back to reality. You'll never be a musician, or you'll never be famous, or you'll never make money. There's something like that here at play for some of you. And for others of you, you have an individual currently in your life. And I don't know who the Hierophant to the Six of Cups is. It could be someone that you're married to. It could be someone that you have finances tied up with. So take the message how it resonates to you. For some of you, it's embedded in childhood. This, I don't know, something ingrained here in the Gemini collective of like, you could never rise up and go after your dream. You would never be successful, or you're not worthy of blank, whatever that blank is for you. And for others of you, you have an obligation, or at least you feel obligated to someone. And it could be parents, it could be family, it could be community, it certainly could be a spouse when I see the Hierophant card there. But there's something here in the Gemini collective holding you back. So you take those messages and apply them to your life how you see fit, whether it's something currently occurring to you or something from the past. Either way, it's preventing you from moving forward. Now we have the Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? I think you're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. But tell me about the Five of Pentacles here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Pentacles is being clarified by Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Hermit. So, and then we have the Fool card. See, I do think that you will eventually make your way here to the new beginning, because I think what you're realizing is I'm either stuck in this, mental pattern, right? Eight of Swords to the Nine of Wands being like a pattern. So for some of you, it's like having the acknowledgement, right? Going in and doing the introspection work that's required here to say, those voices that I keep hearing, not calling you crazy, just saying, stick with me here on this message. The voices that I keep hearing that say, I'm not good enough, or I'll never be successful, or no one will ever listen to my music, or buy a painting. Again, there's a big dream or goal here that you have, and there are voices within you that have kept you down. And I think what you're realizing here, or will be realizing soon, according to the Akashic records, is you will realize at some point that voice is not your own, that it was embedded in you by someone who purposefully wanted to keep you down or keep you small. It's almost like, because if you were to go after that, you would become free and independent of that person. So there's that, right? So there's some selfishness on that energy's part. Like if this is, let's say, a parent going back to childhood, they wouldn't want you to outdo them or outshine them in some way. So for some of you, you had that oppressive individual in your childhood. But I think after doing some introspection here again, and this is happening soon for you over the course of the next couple of weeks, I think you realize that you can go for it. Not the only thing that has been holding you back have been these voices from the past, whether that person or those parents are still in your life or not. I think the realization here is, I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I keep believing these words that are not my own. And then I have the second message here that I think, even if this means that you have to break away from a partner or a spouse or even family or something like that, community, in order to move in the direction you want to go in. Again, I think what you're realizing here over the course of the next couple of weeks, again, going into the cave, right? The Hermit card for me is like the Gandalf of Tower, going into the cave and realizing, why should I keep myself small for this person or these people? Why should I live my entire life in the Eight of Cups, which is emotional discontentment? Why should I live like that? Why should I continue, Nine of Wands, continue the pattern of living that way and not going after my dream or my goal? So there's a break here for the Gemini collective over the course of the next couple of weeks, becoming free, independent, and autonomous, either of a memory from the past or words that have embedded or ingrained in you. And for others of you, it's an actual person or people currently in your life. And the decision here is, I need to become free and chase my happiness. And I think what you're realizing is, the only thing that has kept me stuck is fear. Either fear that that person from the past is right and I'm never going to be successful, but why am I allowing that fear to control my path forward? And for others of you, it's, why am I allowing this current person or what they would think of me from why would I allow that to stop me from pursuing the dream that I want? So there's a step back here for the Gemini collective, regardless of which of those messages resonate with you. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles. There's definitely a desire here within you to become free, independent, or autonomous of something. Trauma, a wound, like I was saying, or an actual person or people currently in your life. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles here for Gemini. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Emperor, we have the Devil, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. I think you're overcoming it. I think you're overcoming whatever this is. And it's almost like it's an act of self-love. This is you taking a step back, nurturing yourself and defeating this this demon. I hate to call it that way with the devil card there, but it's overcoming the fear, right? The devil is an entity that keeps us chained or bound to it by fear, by codependency. You're breaking the chains here to move towards your Nine of Cups. Remember, I was saying that the Eight of Cups is like emotional discontentment. Well, the Nine of Cups is emotional contentment. And when we leave the Eight, we head towards the Nine. And it's an active choice that you're making, Gemini. Remember, I said over the course of the next couple of weeks, 4 weeks. So within 4 weeks from today, you're taking a step back and you're realizing, I need to break free from this, or at the very least, I just need to break this cycle. So breaking the cycle you're doing, death to the Wheel of Fortune. You're moving towards a new Eight of Pentacles and putting some real effort into the new path, into the new direction. I want to know about that Wheel of Fortune. This is your next chapter. And this would not be possible. So if you're a Gemini watching and you're like, there's no way that I'm going to do that, right? The message is resonating, but I'm so afraid. I think in the next 4 weeks, you take the step back and you realize that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And I think you're going to move forward. So Wheel of Fortune, what are you moving towards? Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What are you moving towards, Gemini? We have the Five of Cups. I'm telling you, you're saying goodbye to this. Three of Pentacles, working on the new, and the Two of Swords. I think you're overcoming that indecision. There you go. King of Wands, Judgment, and the Four of Wands. You're taking inspired action on your own behalf, Gemini, to move in a direction. You're making the judgment call that you want to move towards happiness. You want to create stability for yourself. And I feel like you're breaking the chains from the past. For most of you, this isn't even just like a mental decision you're making. You're pouring real pentacle energy now into the new, whatever that is for you. And I don't know if that's you, for some of you now investing money to like go to school and learn a new skill or expand upon the skill you have, maybe relocate, maybe put some effort into leaving a relationship, because I see that Five of Cups, or disentangling yourself from this individual who's kept you small, right? If they're currently still in your life. Some of you, you're planning now to launch a business. You're finally going after that Ace of Wands after all this time believing that it wasn't possible or you wouldn't be successful with it. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. So I see you overcoming the loss, the grief, the fear, and possibly even a person or people in your life that have kept you small. Tell me more about that Wheel of Fortune here for Gemini. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Because the Two of Swords is the Moon in Libra, and that's about wanting equality and fairness. And I think that's what you're giving to yourself. This is the self-love that you're doing here. So Chariot, you're moving forward towards the dream, the goal, the wish, the desire. Two of Cups. And the King of Swords, there you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. I told you. You're taking inspired action on your own behalf to move towards your happiness. It's a judgment call that you're making. Now, for some of you, you might be coming out of singlehood and getting into a connection here. And maybe that's always been your dream or your wish, is to like find a soulmate that you can spend the rest of your life with. In that case, I think you've already identified this person. And I think you're moving forward with them, even if it means you have to like leave someone else behind, or maybe family here doesn't agree. For some of you, there could be a difference in like culture or religion with this person, and maybe that has held you back because you have family here that wouldn't approve of this person. But again, I think you're moving towards this person anyway. And for those of you who are like, this isn't an actual individual, then I just see you moving forward in a very balanced way, feminine and masculine energy within you moving towards the new, because swords are very masculine energy and earth energy, pentacle energy is female energy, feminine energy. So it's a really nice balance here. And who rides the chariot? The Emperor and the Empress. You came out as the Emperor. So whether you're masculine or feminine, I see you taking control of your life and moving towards that wish fulfillment in an incredibly balanced way. Eight of Pentacles, really putting in the work now for whatever that Ace of Wands or whoever that Ace of Wands is. Tell me more about that Eight of Pentacles here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have Judgment, we have Three of Cups, and we have Knight of Cups. So it makes you, whatever that is, whatever you'll be working on, this new chapter of your life, you're incredibly happy. And you have at least one other person here that you're celebrating with. For others of you, there's a community of people here that are actually happy for you. So maybe you were concerned that this family member or someone like that wouldn't approve of, let's say, this lover. But then it looks like you have other family or other friends that do approve of this individual. And for others of you where maybe it was ingrained in you that you wouldn't be successful, you will be successful. And then you have people here that are celebrating your success with you. So you're making the right judgment call here. You're taking a step back, as the Emperor would do, to create a plan on how to move forward, and you're executing it in an effort to detach yourself from either a very toxic pattern of thinking that you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. I think you're breaking that. For others of you, you're breaking free from an individual who's been quite toxic in your life. And again, I feel like their whole reason for keeping you down or keeping you small was they just didn't want you to either be successful without them or move in another direction that didn't include them, or they just didn't want you to outshine them. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here, Gemini. For the next 4 weeks, what does Gemini need to know? Advice for Gemini. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, Gemini. The World. Close that door. 6 of Cups on the past. Strength card. Take all the strength and courage and perseverance that you have, that the Akashic Records already knows that you have, and close the door on that past person or that past life or that past cycle or that past trauma that kept you small for so long, and head towards your 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. All rolled up here in the Sun card. That is what I have for you. Ace of Cups there. That is what I have for you, Gemini. That is your message from the Akashic Records. Be bold, be brave, and do it anyway. Follow your happiness. If you like that message or resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, or maybe just found it to be helpful or hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And until I read for you again, Gemini, I'm wishing you good luck with this. And as always, light, love, and peace.